This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Amberlynn Read. Woo! And I know I'm behind, and I apologize. So what we're gonna do, my friends, my dear ones, my lovely pupils of my eyes. Sorry. I'm tired. I'm just tired-ish, and so I'm kind of punchy. And I don't really know why I'm sleepy. I've been getting sleep. I think it's just the weather doing this number, because like yesterday it was almost 90 and today it's only going to be like 70 something, and it's gorgeous outside and I really want to be outside, but I am in here recording for you. So what I want to do is the lecture video, health update, first few days back on Ozempic and weigh in. I believe this is the one we get yelled at for like the last 6-7 minutes of the video. It's only 8 minutes long. So we're going to blow through this one. Probably 2 uploads today. I'm thinking out loud, work with me. Because I want to put this one up and the other one up because I have a feeling she's going to post soon. Assuming she hasn't dropped off the planet like she does. So my plan is knock this one out pretty fast. Get to the next one. So there will be 2 videos, even though I really feel like I could have combined these into one, but why break up the pattern now? Try to work on our posture this video too. I don't need to be like on top of the mic like I like to be. I'm actually like trying to teach myself to not be swallowing the mic at all times. So anyway. All right, this is all right. Before we get too far into this, I am an anthropologist by training. I'm a retired archaeologist. I've been playing around with the concept of dark archaeology. Nope. I've been playing around with the concept of dark anthropology. Dark anthropology be a whole other topic. And so here and there, I will be trying to drop in tidbits about the principles of dark anthropology as we go, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully it makes sense to everybody. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I will try to answer them. Obviously, this is not recorded in front of a live studio audience. But I have notes, so if you see my eyes like dipping down, either I'm checking myself out, or I'm trying to figure out where in my notes I am. Honestly, a lot of this video, before we even get into it, a lot of this video is going to be the principle of power dynamics here. Big words. But basically, we're watching Amber, well, shame the audience for one, which, you know, she's good at that. And for 2, she's trying to get back hold of the narrative that she's trying to write here. And this video is going to be pretty interesting because in this video, she claims that she had gone to all of her follow-up stuff. And interestingly, I saw a couple of you in my comment section telling me that she did go in for CT scans after her cancer scare. And one of you was mentioning her enlarged lymph nodes. I remember that. However, I just got done watching Apathetic faxX and something I never do, which is watch Karina Kaboom. It's Karina Kaboom, yes. Who also watched the same Apathetic faxX video. And I honestly was thinking about just watching the Apathetic faxX video and reacting to that. However, this is not the format of the channel. No time for veering. But in both Katrina's video being the secondary one and the Apathetic faxX being the primary one, both of them kind of reinforce the memory that I had of this whole era, which is that Amber didn't go in and get those tests done. She talked about needing to have them done, but she didn't actually get them done. And both Apathetic faxX and Katrina, Katrina or Karina? It's Katrina. I could look that up instead of just sitting here looking like a dumbass. Apologies. Both Karina and Apathetic faxX both mentioned that there's a point where Amber goes in for basically an accidental CT scan, which had nothing to do with the follow-ups to her cancer treatment. And she says, that's the first CT scan I've ever had, implying that she never got the other CT scans done. She talked about them, but never had them actually done. So my memory is she never got a CT scan done after her cancer treatment. She never went in for any of her follow-up stuff after the CT scans. The lymph node things, I remember her talking about her enlarged lymph nodes, but I don't remember there being a test involved in that. Now, we could all be wrong. All three of us could be running off of the same faulty information, which is perfectly fine. If you guys want to link me to the videos where she definitively goes in and gets her CT scan, I am more than happy to go back and reevaluate that. Because, I mean, if I'm wrong, I want to make sure I've got the facts straight. But as of my recollection, and as per Apathetic Fax, who typically does a fairly decent job of digging through the archives, again, we could all be wrong. We could all be running off the same faulty information. But currently, as I see it, she never went in and got any of her follow-up stuff, even though she's about to claim that she did. I just want to, like, put that baseline down now so that everybody understands what I'm functioning off of here. Amber never got her follow-up treatments done. She talked about them. I think she made up a story that she was going to go and get them done. But then later down the road, she always tells on herself. She says, this is the first CT scan I've ever had done. And and I'm going to try to, like, edit in some of the clips from the Apathetic Fax video, because I just want everybody to have the same page in the playbook, if you will. But as of this recording, which is May the 29th, Amber's never done any of the follow-up stuff she needed to be cleared of cancer. And she's not 5 years out from her initial cancer diagnosis, so she's not technically in remission. Technically. And I know that, like, I know from personal experiences with people inside my family, not myself, that, like, year 4 is kind of a touchy year for, like, cancer survivors, because that's, like, statistically when that can pop back up again. Statistically, there's no guarantee. Obviously, the hope is that it does not. All right. And obviously more people survive than don't. So I'm just going to go with those positive numbers. I don't want to be corrected. I want to be happy about those numbers because I got family members who are hitting that 4-year mark. So anyway, Amber is hitting that 4-year mark too, or getting near it. So the difference is my family members basically completely overhauled their lifestyles in order to avoid nasty shit in the future. Not only has Amber not overhauled her lifestyle, Amber's, like, doubled down. I think she's heavier now than she was when she got her cancer diagnosis. I might be wrong about that, but probably I'm not. She's at least the same weight. The one you guys are going to be most familiar with is the principal power dynamics here, which is basically Amber trying to control her story, how her story is told, the details of her story. Like, this is straight up gaslighting. Because as I stated earlier in the video, I don't remember her getting her follow-up tests. And I was here for the cancer arc. And Apathetic Fax and Karina, who's going off of the Apathetic Fax video as well, both back me up on that one. Now, I don't typically, like, watch Karina or any of that. Somebody in, I think it was Kicking Geese's live, mentioned that Karina had put a video out basically disproving what Amber had said. So I went and watched that, and then Karina was like, no, I'm pulling this information from an Apathetic Fax video. So I went and watched that. So I've seen both the primary and the secondary source for this. And I'm sure a lot of other people have as well. My point is I feel fairly confident in my recollection of there not being a follow-up. Which means when Amber in this video tries to tell us that she did indeed go in for all of her follow-up treatments, that's not true. Now, did she not go in because she didn't fit in the CT scan? That I don't know. Maybe, probably, because she does admit to not being able to fit into the MRI, and I think the other machine that she needed to go through. But, as other people have stated, and as my own family has gone through, you don't just go once. You go in, like, every 6 months, and then after a certain point, you go back every year, basically to get checked to see if you're really fully in remission. So not only did she never go back for her initial checks, she's never gone in for any of the other follow-ups. Like, she's never gone in for her 6 and 1 year follow-up. We've never heard about it. So if she has been doing all of this, I guess is my point, she's not shared it with the audience at all. All right. So this is why everybody's kind of coming at her about the CT scan. The only CT scan that we have an actual, like, verifiable record of coming out of her own mouth is the one that she went in for when she was having gallstones. Yeah. And anyway, it was gallstones or kidney stones. I'm pretty sure it was gallstones, though. I will put the appropriate bits and bobs in here from the Apathetic fax video. I don't think we need to sit and watch the whole thing, but I will also link it and Karina's video down below, just so everybody, again, can have the same sources that I'm pulling from. But anyway, that is way more talk about this video than it really deserves. And so, what was I checking? Yeah. All right, so I have her sped up to time and a quarter. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my members. Thank you to my subscribers. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. And yeah, let's get into this so we can get it over with.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to a new vlog. I'm currently not wearing makeup, obviously, and I feel really self-conscious about it, and that's why I'm bringing it up.
You can still cut it out. Like, no one gives a shit, Amber. It's not like we haven't watched you for 6 years not wear makeup, or 10 years, with various bouts of you not wearing makeup. We know what you look like without makeup on. We know what you look like with your hair up in a bun. Amber, we know what you look like. Maybe not crazy intimate details. I don't need to know. But we know what you look like without makeup on. And sweetie, no offense, but you kind of look about the same as you do when you put makeup on.
You know, it is what it is. So last night there was a horrible tornado warning. Like,
oh my God, you live in Tornado Alley. Imagine that. Well, she's mad about it too. Look at her.
telling you, hail, like everything. Yep, that would be the tornado warning siren.
I guess if you're not used to it, it can be weird. I guess this is the difference between my growing up and her growing up. Like, yeah, and it's the tornado siren. Don't you know that's the notification to go outside and stare at the sky and see if you can see the funnel cloud? Like, why am I alive these days? I'm looking back on all this shit I did as a kid. I'm like, I'm not. How am I still alive? But yeah, seriously, like, look, man. You live in an apartment. You live in an apartment, Amber. If it was a real tornado and not just a warning, what are you gonna do? You don't drive, so you can't get away from it in a car. There's probably no tornado shelter where you're living because it's an apartment. You might as well go outside and see where it is. I know I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
I'm moving out of Oklahoma pronto. Yeah, me and like people in my apartment complex, we all had our pets in the little I don't know, it's just like this hangout area where they had the news playing, and it was just like really scary, I'm not gonna lie. But
the commons, the common area, the entryway, the lobby, hangout area. Do you hang out there? I've been known to do that, but I don't see you doing it.
everything is good, everything is a-okay. I'm actually in the middle of doing some laundry. I'm cleaning my sheets and my pillowcases. I do want
Well, because we know the concept of a tornado gives her the shits, so I guess that's why we've got to clean the sheets. I'm sorry. I told you I'm punchy. I should quit being mean.
I'm gonna give a little bit of an update on Ozempic. Today's day 3. Day 1, in the middle of the night, like while I was sleeping, I woke up multiple times. So nauseous. And then
That's what I've heard.
I woke up yesterday morning literally rushing to the toilet thinking that I was actually gonna puke because I was that nauseous, and I didn't though, so thank God. And then
Half of me does wonder though. The nausea and the extreme nausea like that. We saw what she ate on basically day 1, 2, and what this is 3 now, I guess. We've seen the absolute shit food she's been eating while taking this shot. So I kind of wonder if the nausea isn't because she's eating such bullshit food. I don't know. I'm not on Ozempic. I've not taken any. And I know some people are just reactive to it in this way. Like they just have the nausea. Like it's a well-known side effect. So maybe. But the other part of me does kind of wonder if like the nausea isn't actually because of the food she's choosing to eat while taking this shot. Also, wasn't she just like maybe it was a compilation I was watching, again, another Apathetic Facts, probably, where she was actually complaining about not having nausea and how she was hoping that she would get the nausea because then she wouldn't want to eat. Like, wasn't that a complaint you were making about the nausea? Like, you were actually hoping for it? So, why are you complaining about it? You got your wish. I live in a different world.
woke up today again extremely nauseous. So I don't know what it is, but like nighttime, in the middle of the night, and then when I wake up is when I feel like the most nauseousness, and I'm just like, this is weird, this is different. Because when I did Ozempic like 2 years ago, I don't remember that happening. So I don't know. And by the way, I did weigh myself today, and I just now remembered that because it was a couple hours ago. So I'm gonna add that here. Okay, so I am curious.
Celia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence lately. Somebody requested that one, so there you go. It is nice to see my ceiling again. I don't understand this one. Like, of all the little heart doodads, this one's the one that confuses me the most. Does it look like I'm making a heart? Is it supposed to be a kiss? I don't know. This one I get. I'll stop now, I'm sorry.
If my weight has moved at all. So I am gonna weigh myself.
Hello.
Hi.
It's ready.
Yay.
Okay, stepping on.
496.8 pounds.
What? 496.8. Okay.
Oh my god, you guys, she lost weight. 496. Cool, you're still not back down to your lowest weight ever. So, I don't give a shit.
So we are moving. Oh,
We
wow.
got to move it, move it.
Only in 2
we
days?
got to move it, move it.
I've lost
We
about
got
4
to
pounds.
move
It's
it,
actually
move
really
it.
good. I'm excited for that. So I have lost
Whatever I was singing was way more important than what she was saying. Alright, anyway.
some weight. I haven't noticed like an actual appetite suppressant happening yet. I don't know though. Like I can't really tell. But maybe I have been subconsciously eating less, even if it's like placebo effect. I don't really know. But either way, I've lost weight, so I'm gonna take it.
I mean, theoretically, the only way to lose weight is to take in fewer calories than you're burning to be in a calorie deficit. So, hypothetically, she has to be in a calorie deficit. But, sure, Amber, whatever. I don't know. I'll just punch you.
Hello. So it is the next
Hi.
day, and there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about. First one being, I have been wearing makeup like every single day.
Good girl.
And I just need a breather, so that's why you're seeing me again without makeup. That's an
Well, I was worried. I was worried that you had run out of makeup and therefore were not wearing it because you didn't have it on hand. I was very concerned about not having makeup on. Don't get me wrong. I know I look like 10 times better when I have makeup on, but I just don't feel like it. You can just say that. Also, I don't come on here every time I don't have makeup on and be like, oh my god, you guys, I just didn't feel like putting on makeup today. I think it's pretty obvious, in my opinion. Kind of like with Amber. It's obvious you don't have makeup on. We don't need to know why. Though, since I did watch the Karina video, Karina did put forward a kind of interesting theory. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. That when Amber does finally nail down a partner, she usually stops dolling up because she feels like she's caught the prize and therefore she doesn't need to maintain the appearance. It is an interesting observation, and I'm not saying Karina is incorrect. However, I don't believe she has a girlfriend. So I'm not saying Karina's not incorrect about that pattern. I'm just saying I don't think that's what's occurring here because I don't believe that Valentine is real. Also, something else Karina also mentioned, I think, because I watched 2 of her videos, but they're her 2 most recent videos. But she also mentions that, like, we haven't heard about Valentine in a while. So, none of that bullshit, my girlfriend has texted me. So, what happened? Also, Karina also pointed out that Amber's always eating by herself, but supposedly is finger banging her girlfriend. So, why are you always eating by yourself? Why are the only people you're ever going out with is your mom and her boyfriend? Why are you not ever going out with your girlfriend? I almost did dirty quotes. Going out with your girlfriend or eating in with your girlfriend. Like, why are you never doing anything with your girlfriend? I don't think your girlfriend's real.
Insecurity of mine, I just really have not been liking myself without makeup lately. Like, I've always had the issue, but like it's worse now more than ever. Next thing
Okay.
I want to talk about is I did weigh myself again today, even though I weighed myself yesterday, so here it is. All right, you guys, I'm about to step.
I get a double feature of you. What's the song? I get to wish it that there were 2 of you. Anyway.
On the scale again, so let's do it. I already turned it on. Whoopsies.
Oopsies.
495.4 pounds.
Oh, hell yeah. And you know what? I'm not going to be weighing myself this often. I really want to do like...
I'm not going to tell you guys what my actual weight is.
Weekly weigh-ins, but it's like, I'm excited right now. So that's why we're doing another weigh-in already. So we are making some progress, and that makes me really...
I wish I could lose weight as quickly as she loses weight. When she actually, like, loses weight, she drops weight pretty fast. I mean, for obvious reasons. I wish I could lose weight that fast. Like, I'm at that weight, and I'm losing the amount of weight that I'm trying to lose is so small compared to what she's losing. I'm only losing, like, 30 pounds compared to her, like, 300. But because of that, like, my weight loss is much slower. Like, I'm doing the traditional 1 to 2 pounds a week kind of a thing, and I'm just like, I wish I could lose 10 pounds in a week. That would be amazing, but I think there would actually be something wrong with me if I did that. I'm not that big.
Really happy. Okay, so the third thing I want to talk about, as you guys know, I went to go get a CT scan, and then the limit for the CT scan was my exact weight.
That was a bold-faced lie. She couldn't even tell it. She couldn't even lie straight to the camera on that one because that was such a bold-faced lie, and she knows. Everyone knows.
They actually ended up calling me today, finally. And my doctor's office simply just told me that they're working on getting me into a urologist and also trying to find a CT scan that actually accommodates my size. So I still do not have an appointment for that. But today is actually the day where my video went up where I talked to you guys about what is going on with me. And I have received so many cruel Instagram messages, which has literally shocked the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen your comments. You can't convince me you're not getting DMs like that. I'm just putting that out there. I mean, I am absolutely terrible at checking my DMs. And my DMs run about the same as the comments that I get. Which is fine. I get very positive comments. I'm very happy with the community that I'm apparently attracting here, which is great. But, you know, my DMs reflect my comments. So you're not going to sit here and convince me that you only get positive hug box messages in your DMs. So why are you shocked? Anyway.
Instagram DMs is very much a safe space for me because it's nothing but kindness and just really sweet
and delusion, and I'm making this up because I want you people to think that people are... She wants people to believe that supporters of her, because there's so few of them in her actual comment sections, She wants people to believe that her actual supporters are too terrified to comment in the regular comment section because of backlash, so that they secretly contact her through her DMs. And so that has been her story for a very long time, that she gets all of these sweet, supportive comments through her DMs. I'm not saying she doesn't get some, because of course she probably does. But to tell me that you never, ever get any kind of negative feedback in your DM either? I don't think so. I don't believe that story at all.
And supportive people. So I don't know.
Excuse me.
I don't know where it's coming from, but it came, and I am on.
Yes, you do. Don't act like you don't know your audience.
On a blocking spree. So on top of like me going through this.
And I love that she has to tell us that she's on a blocking spree. Like, that's... I don't care. You do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel safe on the internet. Like, if you've already blocked me, so I don't give a shit at this point. But no, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not, but I am. But the point is like, why? I don't tell everyone, like, you guys, I'm on a blocking spree. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you every time I block somebody. Who gives a shit? I don't care if you're blocking every single person who contacts you, Amber.
I'm having to deal with like a bunch of just like really cruel, insensitive people who lack empathy and sympathy. Also in the
I mean, that's probably true, to be perfectly frank.
middle of all that, there is a lot of miscommunication where people think that after I had a hysterectomy, I had no follow-ups. That is
Because you didn't.
so not true. Like if you go back,
You went way into her lie zone for that one.
you can look at vlogs. I had follow-ups. I had CT scans.
All right, here's another thing. Amber has more than proven that she can edit, and she can edit in her old videos into her current ones. Like, she does that pretty frequently. And props to her. I'm glad that she does, because girl needs to do something to spice up her damn videos. Why didn't you go through all of these supposed evidences of you going in and getting these tests that you claim that you went and got? Why didn't you put those clips in here to support your argument? They're your videos. You seem to recall this. Go back through and find them and put them in the video. Then we can all be like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess that did happen. I can only assume, knowing that you know how to do that, and knowing that you know your roster as far as your backlog of videos, that you didn't do it because you can't find the evidence to support the argument that you're getting ready to make here. Which means it doesn't exist, because Apathetic faxX sure did a damn good job of going through your old videos and putting together your entire post-cancer journey where you never got your follow-ups done. So Apathetic faxX has that, using your own words and your own videos, but you, in your own video, cannot go back through your own videos to put together your own argument to support that you did do these things? It could be that she's just being Amber and just being too lazy to actually do this and just wants us to agree with her regardless of if it's true or not. But the cynical part of me is leaning towards she didn't do it because she can't. There is no evidence that she ever went and got her follow-ups. There's plenty of evidence to support that she never did. So this is her just, well, first off, she's in her making shit up zone. And secondly, she's just trying to, this is legitimate gaslighting. You guys, I totally went and did that thing. Don't you remember when I did that thing? You are all just, this is just a miscommunication. You are all just misremembering the true facts of, I did go do those things. It's your problem if you don't remember it. This is the problem with being on the internet for 10 years, Amber. We can go back and look at your own words and find the flaw in your argument. Anyway.
I had all kinds of different appointments and tests done. Every 6 months, I had a CT scan. And every time, everything came back completely normal and good. So
that also isn't true, because if it were, your lymph nodes were not normal. They were oversized, at least according to the one person in my comments section who mentioned that. And I vaguely remember that. But I don't think it was the CT scan that caught it.
I don't know where the misinformation is, but
there is no misinformation. There's a lack of evidence. That's not misinformation. That's a lack of information.
A lot of people assume that I never had any follow-up. I am not stupid. That would never happen. Like, I was diagnosed with uterine cancer, had a full hysterectomy, and you expect me, especially the people around me at the time who loved and cared about me, you expected me not to go to the follow-ups?
Yes, because that appears to be what happened.
Even if it was me just being stupid, lazy, not wanting to do it, like, I
Your words, not mine.
have fear of doctors and tests, especially like CT scans and stuff. Like, that shit gives me so much anxiety. And sometimes my anxiety wins, I'm not gonna lie. But like, I have people in my life, like Feline and my mom, like, who actively was like, you need to do these things. And like, they supported me. And
Feline wasn't there for the cancer arc. That was Beck. And Beck more than dumped on you about how you wouldn't go to the doctor, even though Beck and at that time, Ricky and Eric were both pushing you to go get examined to begin with and treatment post. So I don't know what the hell Feline has to do with any of this. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember her ever mentioning going and getting a CT scan while she was dating Feline. And I know you love your mom right now because she's your caretaker, but your mom, I mean, she came and visited right after the surgery, which props, don't get me wrong, but your mom was not your caretaker, nor did she live in the same state as you during the whole cancer arc. So what the hell was your mom gonna do? It's not like she was driving you to your appointments. So why do you think this delusional argument here, this what about argument, is going to support your argument that you did go and get your treatments done? Because again, I don't remember any of this. And I'm not saying I've got like a photographic memory, but I've got a pretty decent one. I mean, you can argue with my partner on that one, but I tend to remember shit.
even before that, like, it was Becky. I know, like, I don't talk about her on my channel, and I do that out of respect for her, but like, she was there for me through.
I love how she's got to rub that in, though. I don't talk about Beck on my channel. I did that out of respect. In this instance, I understand needing to mention it because she's trying to form a story and an argument, and unfortunately, this occurred while she was dating Beck. It's kind of hard to talk about it without talking about Beck. But why do you throw that shit in there? Like, I don't talk about her out of respect. Since when? Like, what respect? Like, did you ever respect Beck? Was there ever a moment in y'all's relationship where you actually respected Beck? Ever? I don't feel like that's true. I feel like that's another time where you're trying to gaslight me. Anyway.
Through all of it and made sure that I went to those appointments. I don't know, I just hate like all the misinformation that's being spread around because it's like so many people have like the wrong information. I mean, this literally happens on a day-to-day basis with literally almost every single topic in my life.
Where people go through your videos and look up your own words and put together compilations of your own words and instances of your own storytelling that prove that whatever you're getting ready to say right now is a lie. I know it happens pretty frequently. It's kind of part of the cycle. And then you stand here and make a video telling me that what I just saw and heard and watched didn't happen. The other really puzzling thing about this is like, at least with like Foodie Beauty and Anna from Glitter and Lasers, when a narrative no longer serves them, they delete it off of their channel. I'm not saying that she should do this, but Amber tends to not delete things. I'm not saying she never does. She just tends to not do it. Which means the majority of Amber's videos are up there. Which means we can go through the sources, the primary source, and use your own words to prove that you're lying.
So I did go to the hospital. I was having a lot of pain. It was like down, it was a little bit lower than my flanks, and immediately I was like, okay, that's my kidneys. And I've had kidney pain before, you know, and I just accept it for what it is. This was the type of pain where it hurt. I stayed in pain for about an hour before I went to the ER because I didn't want to use up, you know, the hospital's time. They took my blood, they made me pee in a cup, and I actually got a CAT scan. It was the first CAT scan I've ever gotten. I didn't think I was gonna fit, and I did, so that was pretty awesome. Long story short, I have kidney stones, and they saw that through the CAT scan, and they saw that my biggest one is 4 millimeters. Have you recently seen or spoken to your oncologist? No, I have not recently. I know every 6 months I see my oncologist. I definitely have to make an appointment with them. I know a lot of people know because this person's telling me you can't be considered cancer-free until you've been in complete remission for 5 years or more, which is true. But I feel like I feel in my gut and in my heart that I'm okay and that I am cancer-free. I am very, very lucky that I no longer have cancer. But yes, I will be needing to make an appointment rather soon.
It's not misinformation. You're providing misinformation. You are trying to muddy the waters. We have hard evidence from your own mouth that that's not what happened. Anyway, I'm going to let this finish because I don't want to really spend that much time on this video.
But I feel like this one is a little bit more extreme because, like, this is my health. I 1000% went to my follow-ups, did exactly what my oncologist told me to do. I even went as far.
You have never followed a doctor's instructions ever. Why would now be different?
As I was taking a medicine, which was estradiol, which I shouldn't have been taking, and I was taking it for 2 years. I was falsely prescribed it.
You weren't falsely prescribed anything. You were prescribed it as a matter of course after your surgery, as I understand a lot of women are, because it's estrogen. You don't make that anymore. You further proof that you never went to any of your effing follow-ups, Amber. If you should have been taken off of it after a certain period of time, which I've found that it seems to be the case, if you had gone to your follow-ups, they would have known that it was time to take you off of the drug that you took for 2 years. How are you getting that prescription renewed, by the way? I don't have a single prescription of medicine that I take daily and plan probably to take for the majority of my life. I don't have a lifetime prescription to those. I have to go in and get that refilled every 60 to 90 days. So where are you getting this like 2-year prescription on a drug that you should not have been on for that long? That doesn't make sense. But I don't know. A lot of her story about her cancer treatment, her post-cancer treatment, does not make sense.
I made sure, even if I didn't understand like why I was doing something, I was doing it because I was under the care of this amazing team, which I still to this day think was an amazing team. They never looked at me for my size. They never treated me any differently than they would have like a normal person.
The blank rate and the constant going into her lie zone, she's saying what she thinks we want to hear. I don't know if she really thinks this or not, but she knows that this is what she's supposed to say because they saved her from having cancer. So she's just going through the motions here. But she doesn't actually believe what she's saying. Does that make sense? She's not internalizing what she's saying. She's just repeating what she knows she should say in this moment. This is more of her, this is like high level mirroring here, where, you know, low leveling would be taking on the personality of her whatever, taking on the accents of people that she admires, that kind of stuff. This is high level where like she knows she's supposed to do this, that this is what you do in this moment, but she doesn't actually internalize it. She's just doing it because she knows if she doesn't, she'll get backlash for it because it would be weird. It would be weird for you to be like, fuck my cancer team. They saved my life, but screw them. That would be weird. Not a lot of people would respond positively to that. And she knows that. So she's just going through this motion here.
There are surgeons out there that won't do hysterectomies on people my size, but my oncologist did, and she saved my life. And I made sure.
And now we're trying to work up our emotions so that you believe me.
To go to every appointment and do every CT scan that she told me to do. But for so many people to be like attacking me, saying like how having blood in my pee is my fault, is just so wild. Which brings me.
I'm not saying people aren't telling her that. The thing is I do believe her when she says people attack her like this, because I've seen her comment section. What I don't think she understands, or what she chooses to ignore, is that that's like one person out of 1,000 or 1,000,000 at this, because of how her reach is. Like, yeah, there's a couple people on here that are complete and total assholes. The majority of people who follow you, even the people who don't like you, are not going to sit here and be like, the blood in your urine is your fault, Amber. No, not a whole lot of people are going to say that. I mean, most people do not villainize someone when they're sick. You not getting your follow-up treatments for your cancer to make sure that your cancer's gone, that is your fault. If you I don't think she is going to, but I don't think that's how this story arc is going to end. But if she did, for some reason, have, like, a flare-up, and it wasn't caught immediately, like, okay, you, the individual, cannot prevent a flare-up again, or, like, getting cancer a second time. Like, you can't prevent that, but not catching it in the earliest stage possible, that's kind of on you, Amber, because you don't go into the doctors until it's already to a point where it frightens you, like it scares you. And by the time something like that starts to scare you, it's pretty advanced at that point. If you guys are following my drift on this. All right, anyway. Just, again, going off of family experience with cancer, the earlier you can get it detected, the better. And the only way you can really get it detected is if you go to the doctor's appointments regularly. You are a potentially in remission cancer patient who has had a fairly serious cancer. I know she's like, it's the most easily cured cancer. Well, yeah, if you catch it. If you didn't catch it, it's still cancer, Amber. You're still gonna have some pretty bad side effects because you have a thing in you that is not good for you. Let's get this over with.
To the next thing I want to talk about, which is an update on that. So when I had originally told you guys about pee in my blood, I told you guys that I had no other symptoms, like no pain. But since
This is like the third or fourth time I've watched this, and I just caught that she says, when I had pee in my blood. Okay, that would be a very bad thing. But that's not what she meant. I'm not going to come for her on that one, but she meant blood in her pee. If it were the other way around, it was nice knowing you, Amber. Shit.
after that, there was a couple times that I felt lower back pain, which was like dull, and then I felt like really sharp pelvis pain. It's very kidney stone coded because that's kind of like what I experienced before when I had a kidney stone. And as I'm
Okay, so it was kidney stones that she went to the doctor for and got like a surprise CT scan out of it.
right now, I'm experiencing no pain. I'm experiencing no blood in my pee, but the CT scan is still happening. So that's the update on that. It does make me hopeful that I am no longer experiencing like any of the symptoms, but it is a little confusing still. But I'm going to try to figure it out, and I will keep you guys updated, even though this has been actually quite shocking.
First off, you're using your fake confused face, so like you're even faker than fake confused face. This has been so shocking. Really? Really, Amber? It's confusing to you that your audience doesn't believe you because you lie? That's the part that confuses you? Whatever. Any and every time you have shared any tiny piece of health information with your audience, this is the reception it gets. Why are you confused? Why do you act like you don't know your audience? Stop it. It just makes you look... You know, it doesn't even make you look stupid, honestly. It makes you look fake. It makes you look like you are just one of the fakest people on the planet. And you are. But it just kind of drives that point home. How do you not understand your audience at this point? You've been on YouTube for 10 years. At least 8 to 9 of those years, your audience has been like this. Why do you not understand how this works?
The reaction I've gotten over this, it's just constantly, continuously proving to me that like, no matter what I say or do, there is a large group of people who is just out there to like see me hurt and to just like not believe a word I say and just...
They don't want to see you hurt, but they don't believe a goddamn thing you say. Why are you just acting like you're figuring this out now?
Just like twist their own crazy weird narrative. I don't know. I'm about to do me some sweeping, do me some cleaning, because that is therapeutic to me, and I'm
Sure, Jan.
actually gonna end this vlog. I truly did not want this vlog to be this way. I hate the reaction I've received. It makes me like, ugh, I just want to build up more walls, and I am feeling frustrated, I'm not gonna lie.
Poor Amber. I'm so sorry that you feel like you need to put up walls and that you feel like you have to go clean your apartment to have your therapeutic moment because people don't believe your shit because you lie like a lying dog who lies. I'm so sorry that the repercussions of your actions are coming back around and getting you, and that you, for some reason, don't pay attention to anything, anytime, at any point, and therefore have no idea how your audience reacts to anything that you say, apparently. Do you ever get a positive reaction to your videos? I mean, seriously, Amber, stop it. And you know, getting on here and whining like this about it and trying to gaslight your audience like this about it only makes it worse. So I'm going to assume you're doing it on purpose because you're trying to drum up attention to your YouTube channel. So, like, why are you playing the victim here? Because if anything, you're doubling down on it and trying to turn it around so that it benefits you. Props. That's what you probably should be doing because it's pretty much all you got going for your channel anymore. But, like, stop acting like you're naive and don't understand how YouTube works, especially how your audience on YouTube works. Just stop it. Anyway.
Might take a break from YouTube. I don't know. To those of you who do support me and who are kind and sweet, thank you so much. It means the world to me, especially right now. I love you, and I'll see you in my next one.
I love you too, Amber, in the same way that I love grass, in that I'm pretty ambivalent about it. I kind of made my point earlier in the video, and honestly, her trying to rewrite history just kind of reinforces my opinion. Again, I could be wrong. That's entirely possible. If y'all have clips to things, feel free to send them to me. You can DM them to me at my either DM them to me or you can email them to me. I'm about as good as checking either of them, which means I'm terrible at both, but I'm trying to get better. But do go ahead and send those to me. I will keep an eye out for any kind of links or anything, but I honestly, I'm not saying I have the bestest memory in the whole world, but I trust my memory quite a bit. So anyway, yeah, if you've made it this far, go ahead and put a broom or a mop down in the comments section as your emoji, because cleaning is therapeutic. It is actually therapeutic. It bugs me when my stuff is like dirty. I'm kind of looking around my desk because it's a little cluttered right now, but yeah, so I guess cleaning can be very therapeutic. I'm sure some of us, tell me down in the comments section. Does cleaning help settle your nerves? Does it make you more anxious? I personally find it kind of soothing, especially because like I like the way everything looks after it's been cleaned. I won't necessarily say I enjoy it, but I enjoy the finished product. Let me put it that way. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the video down below. I will be linking Apathetic, faxX, and Karina Kaboom down in the comments or down in the description. So if you guys want to go watch their videos and see what I'm talking about, that'd be great. And thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's hit the thumbs up button. And if you've made it this far in the video, you might as well stick around. I make these pretty regularly and my hand vanishes. Whoosh. See everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.